Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about Shula Yoga. This is part of the Sankhya Yoga Masterclass. Sankhya Yogas are numbered yogas. That means how many signs the planets are placed in. And it seems very simplistic, but it's very important to study these first before you do any other analysis. And Shula Yoga is when planets are in 3 signs only. Do remember Rahu Ketu are not used in these yogas. Hello, I'm Komila Sutton, and we are continuing with the Sankhya Yoga Masterclass. And today the topic is Shula Yoga. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. Shula Yoga. So, firstly, Shula Yoga is part of the Sankhya Yogas. So, there are 7 Sankhya Yogas, and these take into account how many signs the planets have gone into. So, they can go from 1 sign to 7 signs, and Rahu Ketu are not taken into account because they are shadows. Only the visible planets are taken into account here. And Shula Yoga represents all planets in 3 signs only. It's quite a rare yoga, but not as rare as being in 1 and 2 signs. And Shul means like an arrow. It's like a Trishul. It's an abbreviation of Trishul, the instrument that Lord Shiva carries in his hands, and it can be used more positively and negatively because it can injure, and often people with Shula Yoga have to be careful about not injuring either other people through their talk, through their language. They can get very angry and frustrated. And they can sometimes have a sharp tongue, like a shul. And also, they can use it spiritually to remove ignorance, to, look at the higher self like Lord Shiva. But obviously, most of us are human. And if you have the Shula Yoga, there is that tendency. I know somebody very well who has a Shula Yoga. And I can see it acting out at times of stress. Suddenly, there's that desire to poke that shul into somebody, to hurt somebody, usually through talk. But at that time, the compulsion is there that you are not able to stop yourself because these yogas are forever. That means that they are part of your nature. So we can always improve. And as Shula Yoga is also connected to Lord Shiva's Trishul, we can think of it as a major instrument to remove ignorance and spiritual self. So we can think about, if you have Shula Yoga, to worship Lord Shiva, to get his wisdom, his knowledge, his protection to help you. Now, Shula Yoga can be experienced in a personal chart, and I am showing you a number of charts where the Shula Yoga is there in the personal chart, and these people always have to be careful about the intensity of using that weapon in a wrong way. Whereas this yoga can happen, Shula Yoga in the chart, when Jupiter, Saturn are close to each other. They can be in different signs, but other faster moving planets join together. And even now, as I'm recording, we are going to go into a Yuga Yoga. That means all the planets join in 2 signs. And then on 3rd of March, Moon leaves these planets, and therefore now the 3 signs are there. So that means that all the planets go into 3 signs, and the distribution of planets, what houses they are in, that is not as important as the fact that it exists. And so when the planets are gathering there, they make this weapon-like formation, and that is what we have to watch out for. And then by transit, all of us can experience Shula Yoga, like in March 2022. But last year as well, we experienced the Shula Yoga. And in a year, there can be number of times when the Shula Yoga formation is formed. And those are times that all of us have to be careful about it. And one aspect of a lot of Shula Yogas was in the year 2020, when COVID was coming, and we were all hurt and injured by the weapon of COVID, and number of times in the year Shula Yoga formed. So these are things that whenever the Shula Yoga forms in the sky, then there is some uncertainty, imbalance. It is rare, but as I said, not as rare as the Gola Yoga and Yoga Yoga. But we should watch when it is happening by transit, because as a population, we want to do something. We want to use this weapon, and the weapon should always be used to defend people, to be positive. But that is the most important factor with the Shula Yoga. A good remedy for Shula Yoga is to always learn restraint. And when you have that, aspect of wanting to use your weapon, and you know that it isn't correct or things, then maybe you can do things like walking or using up that energy in a more productive way rather than be more destructive about it. I think that is the most important thing. You can also think about doing worship to Lord Shiva, because it is part of his aspect. And when he gets angry also, he destroys ignorance. So we have to think that we may not have that kind of gravitas or that spiritual energy that he has. So we should not get egoistic that that's what I'm doing. And maybe at the time when you feel that energy or urge to kind of get your message across and get it in a way that is not always productive, you may think of doing the chanting to Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Even the Om Shanti 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 mantra, that is a mantra in itself. Let's have peace, let me be peaceful. So that would be a good thing for you to think about. So thank you very much. All the best. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification, keep an eye on the rest of the Sankhya Yoga Masterclass.